Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Trent, and I'm a dad who wish there were so many things that I'd like to pass on to my kids, but they're grown up and gone, and so I thought, hey, I can make some videos and pass some information along that for various reasons it just didn't happen in the busy growing up years. So today is my first short and sweet one. It's going to be fixing two stripped out screw holes in a piece of wood that holds this magnet. So stay tuned and we'll get you that video up short. The magnet that holds the door closed, and right underneath there, I'm hoping you can see those two little, these guys right here, 1, 2, those two little holes are stripped out. So we're going to fix those. We're going to mix up some epoxy and put that epoxy glue in the holes, let it dry, drill it, put the screws back in, and put the magnet back in place. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to fix those two stripped out screw holes. So I got some 5-minute epoxy from the dollar store, a few bucks. $2.75. So squirt out, this plunger makes it so it squirts out equal amounts, hopefully, of each, the actual epoxy and the hardener. We don't need that much, but that's okay, got a little extra. Make sure this cap goes on there so it keeps them separate. And I just use an old cardboard out of the recycle bin. A piece of cardboard, and then just another piece of cardboard to mix it. So you can see I'm just going to mix this. Mix it really good, and you get about a couple minutes to get it in place before it hardens. So now I'm just going to change the camera so you can see what I'm doing down below in the cabin. There, now you can see the two holes that need to be filled. 1, 2. So I'm going to get the epoxy that I mixed up and just simply fill those two holes. 1, 2. Try to get off the excess. And that's it. Just let that dry. Alright, so what we got here is the little magnet that holds the door, has a piece of metal on the inside, and it touches here and holds the door closed. But the two screws have pulled out of the wood, and so it no longer stays in the wood, and so the door doesn't stay closed. So we've taken that epoxy, put it in the two holes, and then what I'm going to attempt to do is just put these screws back in. But I was thinking that it might be worthwhile to mention that these are, if you can see it in the video, it looks like a little, kind of like a little X. It's called a Phillips screw. And so you can get Phillips screwdriver bits that are different sizes. So you just find the right one that fits nice in there and doesn't wiggle around. So it should fit nice and tight in there. So you can get ones that are too big or too small. You want to get the right one. And then this particular screwdriver has a magnetic piece that the bit just goes into, and then you simply put the bit on there and turn that to drive the screw up into the hole. That's what we're going to do underneath. Okay, so, and then is how big do you drill it out? How do you figure out what size hole? So basically what you want to do is you need to understand the difference between a major and a minor diameter of a screw. So here's the screw that was in, that held the plastic holder that holds the magnet, and went into that hole. Kind of like so. So I drew in a crude diagram here, but it gives you the idea. So the outside, from outside to outside of those threads, is called the major diameter. That's this here. The bottoms of the thread, the smaller diameter from the inside bottom to the from side to side is the minor diameter. We want to drill it out about the size of the minor diameter, or maybe, because it's wood, just a tiny bit smaller. So all we're going to do is we're going to take a drill and match it up against the screw to find the right size. So we just put that there, and we see that that drill is about the diameter of the screw's minor diameter. So we know if we drill it that size, or we'll be okay. It'll still have some of the glue will be left that the threads can go into and hold the screw. Okay? Now we could probably get away with just putting the screw in, but drilling the hole will make it just that much easier for the screw to go in. So that's what we're going to do. All right, well, here we are, and I'm going to attempt to drill that epoxy out. So I got my drill bit in the drill, and when you're using a drill, you want to make sure that when you're pull it, that it's turning from the operator's position, it's turning in a clockwise direction. That's the way a drill's meant to be used. If you push this button, it'll turn in the opposite direction, and it won't be very effective to drill with. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get up in there and try to drill this out. All right, so I've drilled out one hole, and I think I'm going to leave the other hole, and we're just going to try to put the screw in and see if we get it. So here's the little magnet piece. Got my 2 screws and a screwdriver. I got to lay down here to be able to get up in there, so here goes nothing. Sorry if you can't see the what I'm doing here, but you'll just have to this is the one I drilled out. It's going in quite nice. And now the other one. And you can see here that the magnet, let's see if I can, yeah, you can see that magnet there is now back in place where it should be. And we'll back this up and see if the door, and now it holds closed. It's fixed. Yay! So there you go. Just a simple little thing, putting a couple of stripped out screw holes and repairing them. One of those things that I never got to teach you, but now you have some ideas on how to do that. And like I said, my philosophical tip for today is, hey, there's always pain in life, and so if you don't have any pain in life, you don't know you're living. That's what my dad used to say to me, and never really kind of understood it, but now that I'm getting older, I really do see that it's good to accept that, you know, there's both lots of joy in life and lots of pain, and you really, if you're living, you have both. So there you go. Tips to live by.